I'm a strange everything, every war, strange every daughter, every son, strange mainstream, here we come.
What is up, man? We have King 810, or maybe you say 810. I'm just gonna say 810. I ain't going back, and this is the official music video. So someone hit me up in my vids. He did the smart way too. He was like first comment, so I was able to catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like catch it. And I was like, I got you, bro. He even came to the live stream, bro. Do that King. I ain't going back. I'm like, I got you, bro. But I'm gonna do a reaction on it. You feel me? Not in the live stream. He was like, cool. So this is for you, man. We're gonna see what King is not going back to.
And here we go.
Cassette tapes, baby. Tuna sandwiches. One sink.
I ain't going back again. I ain't going again. I ain't going back again.
To that state of mind where I was ignorant and it was wartime, and I thought I could save all of us if I wrote one line, you know, the right line. And getting by wasn't getting by. We had to steal and lie, and some of us died. We're on borrowed time and the clock was ticking, and they're looking at me and the move's mine. Fuck it, just tell them the truth. Tell them no man can take nothing from you. Tell them your skin is too thick and you'll die about this. They don't possess the spirit you do. Tell them your city is counting on you. If you go home with nothing, they'll probably kill you. And this ain't life or death for them. Close your eyes and count to 10.
Honestly, this is as honest as I've been. So I'll try speaking to the public like we're friends. Truthfully, I wish the very best for men. But you think freedom is money? Well, money has an end. I ain't going back again.
Man!
I ain't going back again. I ain't going back again. But you think freedom is money? Well, money has an end. I ain't going back again.
To that dope house where we slept together cause it was cold out. We had one jacket amongst all of us, so we would take turns when we would go out in the open oven, heat the whole house, and the mattress on the kitchen floor with an AK-47 and 3 handguns, but we swore we needed more cause we were at war. When we'd haul water by the bucket back to our home, and we'd heat the water and we'd talk for hours cause we didn't have no phones, and we'd dream together about a better life and houses and cars and clothes, and we'd laugh and joke as we all showered from the same pan on the stove. Fuck it, just tell them the truth. Tell them no man can take nothing from you. Tell them your skin is too thick and you'll die about this. They don't possess the spirit you do. After all the shit we've been through, I kill myself before I turn on you. And this ain't life or death for them. Close your eyes and count to 10.
Honestly, this is as honest as I've been. So I'll try speaking to the public like we're friends. Truthfully, I wish the very best for men. But you think freedom is money? Well, money has an end. I ain't going back again. I ain't going back again. I ain't going back again. But you think freedom is money? Well, money has an end.
Detroit Metro Airport by the Michigan State Police fugitive team.
The music is violent and it draws violence to it. Shootings, stabbings, beatings, and full-scale riots.
They have a following. They're like a cult.
I ain't going back again.
To the time we thought that a record deal
I
could
ain't
save
going
us.
back again.
Where we were unapproachable and desperate and
I
we were
ain't
dangerous.
going back again.
Where our city would love us and think highly of us, not hate us. Cause it didn't change a thing. I'm still David, I'm still King.
Honestly, this is as honest as I've been. So I'll try speaking to the public like we're friends. Truthfully, I wish the very best for men. But you think
See, I've been
freedom
whining
is
that
money,
mug.
well, money has an end.
What y'all know about that?
Back again. I ain't going back again. I ain't going back again. But you think freedom is money? Well, money has an end. I ain't going back again.
Dude look like Hobson from the side. First off, there was some relatable stuff in here, and there was some not so relatable stuff. I ain't never stayed in a crack house. All right, I have slept in some undesirable places before, but I've never stayed in a crack house. Poor. The levels of poor, and yes, there's levels of poor. For some of y'all who've never experienced it, I used to think poor was a universal word for poverty until I moved away from what I thought was being poor into a different area, and their type of poor was completely different. I'm gonna help you understand the type of poor that I came from. The boiling water on the stove, yes. The cold showers because of no gas, yes. No electricity, yes. No food, yes. To the point to where you have fishing line in hand and you're just throwing it in any random pond you can get, and what you catch out of there, you are going to eat. Yes. When you and your sisters are picking blackberries and eating honeysuckles, for some of y'all who know what honeysuckles are, off the bushes, and that's what you're going to have. Yes. When you're throwing sticks at apples and peaches in trees, and when you cut them open, there are worms in there, but you don't care. You just cut around the worms and you eat it. Yes. Sharing hand-me-downs, but not just from your siblings, but also from your neighbors. Yes. So when you went to school in them, you best believe you're about to get roasted because you're wearing someone else's clothes, even down to their underwear. Yes. So I've learned that poor, there's people who had it worse than I did. And I used to think we had it pretty bad. I could never get anything I wanted. Ever. Even when video games was this thing, I had a Virtual Boy while everyone else had 64 and PlayStation. I upgraded from a Virtual Boy to a Super Nintendo. You remember when they made the small Super Nintendos? I upgraded to that while everybody else was playing two consoles ahead of me. Poor, poor, poor. So then when I came to Oklahoma and I met people and they were talking about how they were poor and all this other type of stuff, when I started hearing their stories of like what they had to go through, I was like, y'all niggas wasn't poor. You were privileged. I wasn't poor. Yeah, that's not poor. That's not what I think poor is. But someone could hear my story and be like, bro, that's not poor. I had it worse than that. So I started learning that there's different levels of poverty, and it's not till you get older and you find that out. And it wasn't until I was sleeping out in my car with no place to be, and I started talking to more homeless people, that I began to really, really understand that concept 100%. And I'm torn between being like trying to be comfortable, but also being complacent, because I used to have a hunger and a drive because of where I came from. And then I started having kids and started making decent money from jobs, from my trade. And then I got really, really complacent. So then I war with myself on the inside of like, why am I so complacent? Where did my drive go? And then I see my kids and they wasting food that we would never be allowed to waste growing up in my household. I'm like, why are my kids becoming the kids that I used to hate when I was little? Like, bro, you gonna eat all this sandwich? No, man, I don't like it. And just throw it away. What? What? You gonna eat all that? No, bro, What? And you know you're hungry and you're poor, but you don't want to ask because you don't want to get made fun of in front of everybody in the lunchroom. You be like, damn, they just threw away like a perfect, like half of a freaking pulled pork sandwich because he didn't like it. This nigga threw his chocolate milk away because he didn't like the way it tastes today. What? You get to do that? King, 810. Never going back. I ain't going back again, man. I really, really want to put that out there. So, y'all saw the way he was rewinding that tape? I've been there. Oh my gosh, I've been there. There's a different levels to this stuff, man. So when you find someone who has a hunger and a drive and stuff like that, different than you, and you don't know their full story, don't be trying to get all judgmental on them. You know what I'm saying? They just, things happen. Things have happened. So don't, try not to be that way. I'm just saying. Anyway, support your boy on the Patreon. Support your boy on this YouTube. Spread this great music out there. Let people see the vids. See what we watching over here. Where we keep it real. And your boy Snicks.